didn't turn it on yet, did you?
I did. Hey, guys.
Hello.
She didn't see me hit the button. Whenever that red flash is flashing, it means that we have an outside mic and that it's running.
Oh, okay.
And that's always our time. So we always know, like, we're trying to fill 20 minutes. And so
29 seconds so far.
Yeah, so Sue's been doing pretty good for the last couple of days, right, Sue? Not quite
Starting to feel a little better. Still got a little bit of a queasy stomach, but yeah, we're getting there.
So there's a long list of things that goes with coming up prednisone, and we believe she's going through just about every symptom, if not every symptom that's out there, because the longer you've been on it, the more intense they are, and the more of them you have, and so she's having the nauseousness and just on and on and on with stuff. So
but we'll get there.
She's working through it, and it could take up to 12 months, guys, but put her in your prayers, because we want it to take about another couple of weeks. That'd be just great. If
like,
we could
less would be nice.
And not have the doctors put her back on prednisone either, because that's not doing her any good.
No.
Although she flies high when she's on it, and I don't mean high like in you're high because it's a drug, but high in that it makes you feel no pain. It makes you feel like you're 16. Your knuckles don't hurt. Your hips don't hurt. All that stuff.
It's really good stuff.
But it's not good stuff in the long run, though. It's like, so I don't know. But so we had several, I don't know, a couple of weeks back, whatever. We had a guy come and fix our furnace on a Sunday morning. He was a nice gentleman. He came in and fixed it for us on a Sunday morning, which, you got to give him credit for that. And so he came and he fixed it, but he also told us that we needed a new furnace, because the firebox has got some cracks in it, and it's ready to fall apart. And one of these mornings, it's just going to, shit the bed is about the only way I can put it, right? And we don't want that to happen, because guess what? The furnace always breaks when it's cold and you need it, and there's snow on the ground, blah, blah, blah. So he gave us a quote. It was a high quote, and we went on ahead and had a couple of more estimates, and we had Mass Save come. So one of the estimates, should we tell them what the first guy told us?
$11,000.
Yeah, he told us it was $11,000 to change the furnace out, which shocked us, because we're low income today, or fixed income today. I don't work. I work 6 months out of the year. I don't make a lot of money. Sue's not able to work, so we're not hurting, but we certainly don't have like $11,000 just laying around, unless I want to pull out of my retirement, and I don't want to do that. So we decide. Go ahead.
So I gotta say that Craig gave us the guy he deals with, Craig next door, who we talked about last week, being our savior and saying, don't go with that. That's too much. So he had given me I had asked him originally who he used, and he used this nice guy named Nate. And Nate came over the other day and sent me a quote of, guess what? $4,700. Big difference from $11,000. So guess who we're gonna go with?
Yeah, and so this new guy is $4,700.
That's incredible.
So that's $6,000 difference. I don't know about in your world, but in our world, $6,000 is a lot of money to spend for nothing. That's for sure.
That's a lot of money. That's all profit would be in his pocket, because obviously Nate's making a profit.
And he sat here in the morning, and I'm gonna not give you his name, but I'm gonna tell you why we don't want him. He sat here in the morning and gave us a $350 bill, which I'm able to accept. That's fine. But he's talking about wanting to buy a Cadillac Escalade and and then when he talked us into getting a new furnace and gave us a quote of $11,000, I asked him, and he's in the business, is it more efficient? Are the new ones? Oh yeah. I said, are the new ones more efficient? He went, oh yeah, guy, you'll save at least 50% on fuel. I said, well, are they any? Oh yeah, they're way quieter. Well, the honest guy that came yesterday, who gave us a $4,700 quote, said that the new ones haven't changed in years, and if anything, you use a little bit more electricity than you did with the old one, and it is no more efficient than the one that's in there now. So he bold-faced lied to us. He told us it's less noisy, and this guy said it's no less noisy to speak of, and he told us that it's 50% more efficient, and it's not more efficient at all, and gave us a $6,000 higher bid than the gentleman we had come.
Just go right into his pocket.
Yesterday.
Plus.
So needless to say, we have a new oil guy, and We are going to have it put in about a month, we figure. So we're going to get it straightened out as to what day and stuff. But in about a month, this one here is getting smellier and smellier and smellier in the morning when you first crank it up, and that's what happens because the firebox is made of iron, right? And so iron, as it cools, shrinks. So any cracks that are in it open up ever so slightly, and when it fires off in the morning, and I'm sensitive to that because I'm a mechanic and I can smell diesel fumes, I can smell gas, I can smell that stuff. And when you first fire it off in the morning and it's getting worse, you can smell it. So it's due, no doubt. It's got to be 20, 25 years old. We thought it was the original one, but the gentleman and the guy came, oh yeah, it's the original. It's 55 years old. Well, it's not. It's not the original. It's more like 25 years old. So there's lies number 3 out of the gentleman that came that we're not going to use anymore. And so yeah, 4,700, nothing to sneeze at. But you know what? In our old age, I want to be able to go over and hit a thermostat and know it's going to work, you know. So warming up a little bit though, guys, right?
46 today, guys.
46.
But the only bad thing now is all the snow melts. Yesterday we had rain, so we had a lot of rain. But this morning it was rather icy, wasn't it?
I went out this morning. I didn't realize it. It was raining last night, and you know when we went to bed it was raining. So I get up. I have to take the dogs out in the morning, which normally we don't. We have a fenced-in backyard, but guess what? It's got still got 3 feet of snow in it. So my little Boston Terriers ain't going in 3 feet of snow, and this 70-year-old man ain't digging out the backyard. So this 70-year-old man gets up every morning and takes them out to pee and poo. Well, I took them out this morning, and it didn't look bad. It was black ice on my driveway, and I went out. I went out with my flippers to have no traction, and boy, I was out there ice skating, hanging on to 2 Boston Terriers, leaning against the Corollas, getting them to pee and poo. The good thing is the funny thing is they were kind of sliding around a little bit too, and couldn't figure out why, because you couldn't see the ice, and Spike's like looking around like, what the hell? I can't like walk right, you know. It's kind of funny, you know. But they peed and pooed quick because they couldn't figure out what the hell was going on, why it was so slippery. Cold. Yeah, and it's cold, so they peed, pooed quick, and boom, they were out of there. So
he just took them for a walk, and everything's just to explain how wet it is. They came back and they automatically jump on me when they walk in the door.
Automatic.
Like 2 crazy people, like boom.
Automatic.
And Gracie was like, I was like, ugh, like I felt all wet, and took her coat and sweater off. She had mud. Her whole entire belly was mud. Like they just picked up mud. You might think they'd walk through mud puddles, but he said it's just like everything's wet. So, they were a mess. Yeah. So, needless to say, we got some laundry to do. But what else is new?
You know, Susie is contemplating, on a day she feels well, on doing her resin pouring, whatever you want to call it, and you know she's not really feeling up to snuff. We got to get her going on it one of these days, quick here though, because she needs to do something. She needs to have a hobby. But anyway, my enjoyment / hobby is doing YouTube videos, and I just did one on the Franklin Park Conservatory in Columbus, Ohio. Sue and I stopped at it on the way home, and I forgot how beautiful it really was, and I got some nice footage, and it's coming out on April 15th, I think, Wednesday, April 15th. So check it out if you like flowers and you like beautiful plants and you know, a tropical place.
It was very peaceful.
Very peaceful, very, 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 just awesome. I couldn't even believe how awesome it really, really was. So we got that coming out.
It's the kind of place where
on the 15th.
They had nice little benches so you can sit. He kept thinking I was sitting because I was tired. I was a little tired, but I was sitting because as you sit there, you can just look up, and your eye catches so many different layers and so many different levels, and the beauty of all the plants. It's incredible.
Well, they had a bonsai room.
Yep.
With a bunch of bonsai trees. They had a palm room with all kinds of palm trees, which featured it's not a palm tree, but it featured a 100-plus-year-old fig tree, which is in really, really good shape. They had a desert landscape one and a rainforest. Okay, so it was cool. Nice. I really liked the rainforest.
I liked it all.
I liked the waterfalls. The inside waterfalls were really cool, and it was kind of cool. Like, you know, I know it because I kind of got up on a rail and looked, right? But they have these logs that go across the place, and it looks like a big tree had fallen and it was laying on the rocks. It really does. They really does. I mean, it was awesome. But that's where they pump all of the water, is through them logs. There's pipes going through them fake logs right to the top of the waterfalls, and that's how the water, it gets pumped and back up through the fake log and comes down a waterfall. But you would never know it. You would think it's a normal outside.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, really, really nice. I don't know. It's inside a building that's built in the Victorian style of like a metal frame, and it's all glass. It was part of the Chicago's World's Fair.
Oh, wow.
Not the building itself, but they replicated the glass palace, they called it, in the Chicago World's Fair, and they replicated it. And put the conservatory inside that. The conservatory had started before that in certain ways, but that's what became the conservatory. And it's in like, it's in a building, and it's got one, let's say we're looking at the building from up in the sky. It's got two wings going this way and two wings going this way, and you got the palm house, the rainforest, the desert, and so forth. I was impressed.
Me too.
And we got some good video. I'm excited. I want you guys to watch it. It's got some really. I like taking pictures of flowers. I'm sure you all noticed. I like to go up and take a picture of flowers because I think flowers are awesome, of all kinds. I don't necessarily like them the way Susie likes them. She likes to buy them from the store and bring them home, watch them wilt. But I like to like when I'm on my walks and stuff. You'll see next year I'm going to bring my GoPro with me. I'm going to take pictures of flowers on where me and the dogs walk, and all year there's all different flowers. I don't know. I just like flowers. I assume you guys do too. So
the other thing they had there though was the someone had done all kinds of blown glass. So they had all different shapes of blown glass.
I forgot about that.
That was just kind of in the background, just little extras.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful, just beautiful. So that was a whole nother. I don't know if they change that out regularly or whatever, but it was really cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, here where we live here, the homeowners association.
It's a property group. It's a
whatever. Yeah, it's an HOA fee, whatever. To stay here, we rent the property, right? Or we rent services, or whatever. However you want to put it.
We rent the property.
And with that, we get water, and we get trash pickup, and we get snow removal, and we get electric power, and we get all of that, for that HOA fee. But we just got to notice that it went up, and it's kind of a collective group effort that kind of made it go up, because we've been warned, all of us, because this is a mobile home community, a 55 plus mobile home. By the way, it's beautiful. So if you got visions of like a trailer park, it's not like that at all. It's a beautiful place. It really is. Everything's well kept. It's beautiful. It's nice. And the homeowners association, or keepers, or landlords, or whatever you want to call them, do a nice job. They really do. They clean the road. They pick up trash. They do what they're supposed to do. But they've sent us letters and told us not to drip our sinks when the temperature is cold.
Which is what most people do.
They said that if it freezes before it comes in your mobile home, it's their fault. But if it freezes after it comes into your mobile home, it's your fault. Well, I guess more than one person in this place had their sinks dripping, because on a normal night, in that 12 to 20 hour period, 12 to however long period at night, right? They normally use 3,000 gallons. They used 10,000, and they ran the well dry and burnt out the pump.
Oopsies.
Okay, so they've got to replace the pump, and because of that, they are also going to drill a new well, so they're going to have a second source of water.
Sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze.
No, go ahead. We're all waiting.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's waiting for me to sneeze.
No, I mean, we wanted to say, bless you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to sneeze. It hurts to sneeze.
So, yeah.
So, yeah. So everyone burnt out.
Our fee went up because we got notified they had to replace a pump, and now they're going to put in a second pump. So that if that happens again, they want that, because we did lose water for a while. We had almost nothing. We had nothing but a lot of air and spurts. And that's why, because we ran the well dry. The well couldn't bring in enough water to keep up with it. Not that the well went dry, because if you shut off a couple hours, you got plenty of water. Right. We just went crazy around here as a collective community and dripped our sink.
Hard to believe that we could use that much water.
My dad has lived in a mobile home for 25 or so years, and I asked him, I said, have you ever left your sink dripping in this trailer? And he said, I've never worried about it, and I've never froze a pipe. Well, I'm not going to worry about it either, because I've never froze a pipe here. And underneath my trailer, where it comes out of the ground and into the insulation, before the pipes go into the insulation, I have a reptile lamp hanging next to it that runs all winter, and that keeps just enough heat that'll never freeze. It just won't. Under the sinks and stuff, perhaps. So what we are planning to do next year is, if it's going to go into the single digits or below zero, then what we'll do is we'll open up the two closet doors under the bathroom sink and the closet doors under the kitchen sink. We have two little portable heaters, and we'll leave them there, because the only place it's going to freeze is when it's against the wall, where it comes out of the insulation of the bottom of the trailer and up into your faucet. Okay, that's our responsibility, and that's all you got to do. You don't have to leave your sink dripping or anything like that. People, though, I must say, there were several people in this place where they had some frozen, broken pipes. So if you don't have the skirt nice and tight and the situation, taken care of, like you're supposed to have heat tape on it. I have heat tape and a lamp, so I'm double even if the heat tape failed. But heat tapes fail, and so maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But anyways, that's where we're at. So we got
10,000 gallons of water. That's a lot of water.
Yikes, right? I mean, so...
Jeez, that's 7,000 gallons of water that was used for dripping.
Yeah.
In a day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To think we could have used that much. People must let it run, not drip.
The whole neighborhood, right?
Yeah, but you wouldn't
They
think
must
it'd be
leave
that
it run.
much.
Well, the drip will fill, right? So you'd multiply that in all night long. So yeah, I mean, 10,000 gallons though.
That's a lot.
But here's the thing: you don't need to freak out. You just need to have some heat tape. I highly suggest get some electricity under there and running one of these lamps, and you're not going to have an issue. We had some nights here that was 7 below, and we never froze. We had 2 nights that went 7 below, with a wind chill of almost 18 below. Okay, so that's hot. That's hot. That's cold. It didn't freeze. We're good.
You got heat on your mind, huh? You want heat.
So we had Mass Save come. So since 1977, there's this thing on your bill, on your electric bill here in Massachusetts. It's called
Conservation.
Okay, so we have paid that fee. And what it is they have a program called Mass Save. So they'll come to your house and they'll check your insulation, and they'll check your windows, and they'll check your heating systems, and they'll check for cold spots and blah, 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 and all of that stuff. Put in LED lights and a thermostat if you'd like, and all of that stuff. And they came, and we got some good news there, really, because we are going to do our oil furnace, yes, but as air conditioning and a little bit of backup heat, that we're going to have 2 heat pumps installed.
We're hoping to have.
I'm sure we can make it happen, but
we haven't filled out the paperwork yet.
We haven't filled out the paperwork yet. We're going to send in some forms, and this. It looks like we're going to have a couple of heat pumps for air conditioner, and they also put out heat. We had them in our house.
We loved them,
but to have them just as your source of heat is not recommended, because when it gets down to 10 and 0, it struggles. So what we did in our home, which we'll do here too, is in the morning you crank up the normal furnace, you turn on the heat pumps too, and you let the furnace get the whole place up to temperature. Then you can shut your furnace off, and the heat pumps will keep up at that point. Now, if you get a day where it's 0 all day, it's not going to keep up. It's just not. Below 0, it starts losing heat. But it's the best source of air conditioning we have ever found. And me at 75, 80 years old, 10 years down the road, I don't have to carry these stupid, heavy, that didn't bother me when I was young, window air conditioners. Try to get them up in the window and stationary. And then before we leave in the winter, we got to take them back out and store them in the shed. And they're heavy. And I'm getting old. So we want those for air conditioning. We're probably going to go for it one way or the other, and it depends on our income as to how much it's going to cost. But I can see us going for it. We'll see. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
If it's too much money, then we won't. But if it's reasonable at all, it's worth it, because A, they're kick-ass air conditioners, and B, I don't have to carry any window air conditioners at all anymore, and I'm not doing it.
And C, in your line of work, your line of talking, C, We've been paying into this program
Yeah, so
since
might as well use it.
1977.
So let's use it.
We got married in 76, so we've been paying the whole
Every
entire
single year,
time.
every single paycheck.
Except for 2.5 years.
And now we're going to get a little benefit out of it because they do it. They do it for low cost. It's not like you have a contractor come in and do it. No, it's Mass Save. It's to their benefit though, because you're going to be using their electricity for the rest of your life. So it is to their benefit also. Okay, I get it, but it's going to be to our benefit too, because it's going to be more efficient. Right. Air conditioning and heating in the long run, because it will keep it up in here once the temperature comes up. It just does.
Right. So that's been exciting, trying to get all that stuff figured out.
So,
although now we have to, today's plan is to fill out the paperwork for the Mass Save, which I have to do on the computer.
Which I'm going to bring it up for.
We all know how much we all love that.
After this, we're going to bring them up. Sue's going to try to fill them out, and we'll get them in. We're not good at tech stuff.
Nope.
Sue's, I think, be able to fill out forms, though. It's not that hard to fill out forms.
So.
You don't really have to you just have to get there, and then figure out how to get it there. Right. I get it. And we're not tech savvy. We're just not.
No.
We're just we're outdated.
You're better than I am.
I'm better only because I'm not scared to try stuff. That's the only reason. And I'm not really better because I get into a jam. I just got into a jam this morning trying to do a video. So, I mean, it happens. I can get myself out of it, though. I'm not as scared as the old computers when if you point and click in the wrong spot, you are screwed. Today's computer always has a go back button that you can undo what you just did. And it will actually stop and say, are you sure you want to do this? Where the old computers wouldn't. Once you clicked on it, gone, right? Not today. So, yeah, I can do it, but I'm not good at it. It takes me 3 or 4 tries just to collect unemployment because I have to do it on a computer. It's maddening. And I'm not kidding you. It's taken me, even this year, it took me a month and a half before I could collect because they think I'm a fraud because I do something stupid on the computer when I'm trying to actually apply for it, which isn't fair. I've been working since 1974 and I've been laid off 5 times, very short stints, and now I get laid off for 5 months, but I have to struggle for it. I have to jump through hoops. My fault. If I knew what I was doing, it'd be smooth. Next year, I'm just going to practice during the summer and just keep doing it during the summer, but not actually submit it. And that way, when it comes time to actually submit it, I won't forget, because that's what happens to me is I forget. I get old, and if I don't keep doing something, I forget. Like even in editing, I can learn things in editing, and if I don't keep up with it, let's say I don't edit for a month and a half, I got to relearn it. I can find it quicker, yeah, but I got to relearn it. So anyways, our Spill the Beans Saturday has been a lot of fun. It's been less pressure than a live. It's been good communication because we've had lots of people comment, and we've had lots of views. I thank you. We've had over 100 views. For us, that's a lot. Yeah, I know people like Nomadic Fanatic will go, but 100 views for us is a lot. So we have 100 and something in one and 100 and something in the other. And in our lives, we would get 46. So we beat that, and it's less relaxed. We don't have to say, oh, we can't do that on Sunday because we have a live, or oh shit, I got a live today. I got to worry about it all day. None of that. We just film it between Wednesday and Thursday. I got nothing but time. It comes out on Sunday, and it's been a success. So here we go, guys. We're going to keep it going. We try to keep it within 20 to 25 minutes. And we're going to just let you know what the hell's going on with our crazy lives and what our plans are for RVing and projects and adventures, because we're going to have to do some adventures here starting this coming week. I'm supposed to go to a historical society, or next week. And then me and Sue are going to have, or me, or if Sue's not up to it, I got to go to some places and just get some filming done, because
we didn't get to do anything over the winter.
We did a little bit on the way down, and then we weren't in Quartzsite long enough to do anything, and then we booked home. We were supposed to be on the road right now for 2 months, and we were going to do lots of filming on the way home. That was the plan. So I have enough to put out videos for just a few more weeks, and we're just going to have to find content. But the good part about this here is I am still putting out a video. We're still going to keep in contact with people. So if it comes to a week or 2 or 3 or 4 that I don't have nothing to put up, I'm not going to fret because it's my hobby. It's not my job. It never will be. We just have enjoyment out of it and fun out of it and friends out of it, basically. And hopefully, maybe we'll make $20 a week someday. You know, you don't make
talking about that.
You don't make a lot of money.
No, talking about that, I'd like to thank Steve over at Desert Adventures in Arizona. Steve is just a wicked good supporter. He's the nicest guy in the world, and every week he somehow supports us on his live. He does lives on Monday, and it's 9 o'clock.
I don't do live, so I
10 o'clock. I believe it's 10 o'clock Arizona
time. If I catch it, I'll jump in on it. I just can't do live. Susie does them. So I believe it's 12 o'clock here.
It's 12 odd time.
So.
But I believe it's 10 o'clock Arizona time. Check him out. He's a great guy, and he supports everybody.
And his wife, Opie, is a lovely lady, and his dog is just the cutest thing.
So this week I went on, and I was a little bit late getting on there, and when I went on, what do I see? Us. I'm like, what? There's us doing our first spill of beans.
Yeah.
And Steve, being the sweetheart he is, he shared it out, and he also mentioned that, we're looking for watch hours, and so several people, thank you all very much, said they would do our watch hours for us. So we are trying to build them. So if you all wouldn't mind, if you haven't already, please hit that watch list, and even while you're sleeping at night,
hit
that watch list.
We worked hard and steady, and we're up to almost 900 subscribers. So in another 100, we can do some sort of monetization. But
we gotta get our watch
hours need to get up, guys. So if you can, and you like what you see here, go over to our channel and just at night or something, just play that playlist for us, and it'll give us,
And word of mouth is the best way to do anything.
Share us out, and also ask them to play a playlist or two or whatever,
Share us with your friends.
We're old. We just want to make a couple of bucks. $20 a week's all I'm asking for. We've done a lot of work for $20 a week. But anyways, Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona. I've made many friends, and I consider him one of my best. Okay, and Sue's the same way. She's made many friends. And I don't know who you consider the best, but we've made some sweet lifetime friends.
Absolutely.
It's hard to tell. I call Steve the top one, but
there's so many. I mean, Roy and Tim are right up there.
There's so many people. It's just Tony from
Tony. And there's just so many
good people. It just goes on and on. Tom and Lori, Avi, Life. I mean,
it's just the list goes on and on. We've met so many nice people, and we've had so much fun doing this. So anyway, and the other thing you want to mention, do you want to talk about the mics? We got some new mics.
Yeah, we got some new mics.
We got them last year, but we haven't done anything.
I hope the sound's better, because mostly for Sue's interviews, because a lot of times when she's doing an interview, she's loud in the questions, and they're like way back here real faint. So that's basically why. So I hope you like the sound. We're going to test it here in a few minutes. I got my mic. She's got her mic. I spent the whole day and a half figuring it out, looking up YouTube videos, and I've got it figured out. It works.
I have to say, perfect timing, because I did a interview with Almost Willie, which anybody from Quartzsite will know who that is. He's an older man who looks just like Willie Nelson,
and does Willie Nelson
songs. And it was a great interview, but he was right by the highway, and
he talked too low.
He was very low speaking,
and all of Sue's questions were about this loud, and then he was done like this, and in the background as he's talking,
cars.
Steady, because of course Quartzsite was busy at the time. I mean steady.
So
unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. Hopefully he's there. Hopefully he's there next year. And we've had a couple of times where we haven't been able to put up an interview.
It's very sad though.
We have one with my cousin that we lost the footage. We have one with handicapped traveler, because it was a little too dark, and now Willie. So hey, you got
live and learn.
You got 36 interviews all
live and learn
all together. We have a playlist for the interviews. So if you want to learn something about nomads and RV people and understand why they're where they're at and all this stuff, go over and check out that playlist. Guys, we gotta let you go. We're running up to the 30 minutes, and we don't want to run over 30 minutes. That's for sure. We thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Remember to hit the thumbs up. Give us a comment. We love your comments. And we just love the fact that you guys take the time to watch us. We appreciate it so much.
And likes are very important, too.
Yep.
So please, subscribe if you haven't, and share us out, guys. We thank you so much. This is going to be Season 1. This is Episode 2. And it's going up on Sunday.
Bye,
love you guys.
Love you. I'm going to say Merry Christmas.
Merry
Where the hell
Christmas.
am I? Oh, my gosh. Bye, guys. God bless.
See you guys.